This is the Cognitive Scaffold script. This video will focus on how to cognitively scaffold participants' learning during the case experience. One of the important steps in preparing to use an ETPIS case is to think about how to cognitively scaffold or support the participants' learning to achieve your instructional objectives. Based on your audience and the type of course you teach, how will you help participants increase their decision-making skill? The ETPIS cases present an abundance of facts through the virtual school internet and intranet sites, and the participant's task is to interpret the meaning of those facts and then identify the fundamental problems at the school. There are 4 key steps to each ETPIS case. Step 1 is to identify the issue that needs to be addressed. Step 2 is to identify the guiding principles you will apply to the decision-making process. Step 3 is to identify alternative solutions with associated enablers and constraints. And Step 4 involves writing a plan of action. Our research has shown that novice decision makers are adept at identifying important facts within the case material, but are more challenged in identifying the larger issues and framing the problems from multiple perspectives. Once participants identify the core issues in a case, they need to generate multiple alternative options to address those issues and then develop a plan of action to address the central issue at the school. Your task as an instructor is to help participants frame the problems from multiple perspectives, to brainstorm diverse alternatives that could address the issues, and formulate a specific, well-developed plan of action. A participant's final case response should reflect a clear line of logic spanning the 4 decision-making steps. Discussion, feedback, and reflection should be used to facilitate greater levels of complexity and sophistication in the thinking of participants. You'll want to consider the activities and discussions you'll need to build into the case experience to facilitate the participants' understanding of key issues in the case. For example, you may want to have a whole class discussion about several different alternatives that participants generated as possibilities to address the central issue facing the school. Then, as a group, analyze the diversity and feasibility of the alternatives. Discuss how the various enablers and constraints at the school affect the alternatives. Assess which alternatives are preferable examples of ways to address the central issue and why administrators need to consider several alternative solutions to any given problem. Be sure to check out the materials on this website for creating a case and the suggested activities to use before, during, and after a case to make it more meaningful for participants.